Welcome to We'll Decide Wednesday, a special feature for the Do Better podcast, where Dr. Megan Miller and Joe Smith discuss a randomly chosen topic for 5 minutes each Wednesday, as chosen by a wheel. All right, are you ready to spin the wheel, Joe?
Spin it, Megan.
Okay, here we go.
Let's see what our final destination is.
Hopefully it's not really our final destination.
Yeah, hopefully it's not.
Okay.
Yes.
I think you're excited about like all of these topics. Okay, so our wheel decided that we will talk about self-care and balance. And again, this is randomly chosen. We have not prepared any discussions on this. So we will each talk for 2 minutes and 30 seconds about the chosen topic. Joe, would you like to go first this time? You were very excited about the topic.
Yeah, I'll go this round. As you guys know, that this is random. We have nothing prepared. Like, there's nothing in front of me at all for self-care. This is all in my brain and what I'm thinking at the moment. So if I'm grammatically incorrect or making mistakes or saying something that's not 100% accurate, let me know. But this is just what is in my head and Megan's head, and we're just having fun with this. So are you ready?
Yep.
All right, let's go. All right, so self-care. This is like one of the new trendy words out there that, you'll find on the internet, Instagram, hashtag handles. But I believe it's like a real thing. I think it's a great movement too, just because we are working ourselves to death. And I'm one to talk to because I am a hustler. I have like 2 jobs, and I have a wife, and then I like to cook, and I have to do all these things within the week, and it's really difficult at times.
You work out and
Yeah, like and the dog too, but it makes life interesting. But I do make sure that I try my best at giving myself some downtime or self-care time. So like some self-care times for me is like working out in my garage gym, reading, playing a video game, spending time with my wife. But it can get really difficult. And the one thing I learned that really helps me is to plan and plan your self-care time. You have to make a plan for it. So I use a planner called the Passion Planner that I absolutely love. And I plan out exactly what my day looks like and what I need to accomplish. And then I plan something in there that's self-care related. It doesn't always work. I fail. But it happens. And one of the things that I learned, Megan, is you do something like you use your skills that you learned as a BSBA, the pre-MAC principle. I tried to do something that's I don't want to do, but I do it first, and then I get to do that self-care time.
Yeah.
Or I also almost done, but but I also had to change my habits, and the best ways of doing that is just to create small habits that after a while will end up to be a bigger habit. So one of the things that I left go and I didn't do very well, I stopped doing, was drinking water. So I set a goal of drinking 12 ounces every day. And then I increased that. Now I'm drinking 64 ounces of water a day.
Yay.
Yay. So, all right, that's my time.
All right, perfect. I love all the different examples that you gave. All right.
Thank you.
So here's mine. I definitely had zero self-care. I think there's another topic on the life cycle of a behavior analyst that'll touch on this too. But it's the same as what you were saying, that planning piece is really important. and then of course there's this like, okay, but when do you have time to plan? When you're so busy. But that is, I mean, that is the biggest part. Like there's certain things that I know help me stay balanced. Cliche, but getting my massages, but that's partially because I get migraines. So massage, I have a chiropractor. It's those are both weekly things, and those get scheduled every week. There's no excuse of like, oh, I'm not going to have time. Like other things have to get scheduled around those. Those are two things that I do. I know my limits now in terms of like, I used to try to, I have these lovely to-do lists, and if there were things on the to-do list, I just felt like I had to work on getting those done by the end of the day. And then, so I might work until like 11 or 12 o'clock at night on stuff, but guess what? It doesn't end.
No,
that
it
to-do list
doesn't.
doesn't go
No,
away.
it doesn't.
It creates new to-dos, right? So, I've started learning how to like really look and see, okay, these are the things that must be done today. And I will, like, if for some reason, for whatever, and how I decide that, it's a bunch of different factors that would take too long to go into, but say I had 3 things and it's, 7 o'clock and I still have 2 things left. Well, after my son goes to bed, I am going to do those 2 things, because what I found is for me, I won't be able to relax, and I'll just be thinking about those 2 things I need to do anyway. So I might as well just get them done. And then hopefully the next day, and it's random. Like that doesn't happen often that I have to do stuff late, but it used to be my everyday, right? Doing stuff until like 11 or so at night.
I'm still there, Megan. I'm still there where I'm doing things till midnight. Midnight, and then I go to bed and I wake up at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then there goes my gym time, first thing in the morning. So
yeah. So, I mean, that balance piece is key. And like I said, in the life cycle one, we might talk about that a little bit more, but that is one of the things, like, I think a lot of people are motivated by like checking stuff off and like getting their to-do list done. And then, and like responding to emails. I used to be like super fast at responding to emails, but I've kind of slowed down on that. And I don't remember who pointed this out to me, if it was a realization I had on my own or if somebody else pointed it out, but when you get something done or you send an email back, it doesn't go away. You're not finished. It just creates more work. So the faster you get through the to-do list, the faster you respond to your emails, all you're doing is setting up more work for yourself. So I found, like, from a balanced self-care perspective, instead of prioritizing and seeing those things as my metrics of like, being reinforced by that, it's more about setting my boundaries of like, these are the times I'm working from this time to this time each day. These are my must do things, both from a work standpoint and like a personal standpoint. And I will get these things done today. That has been a lot better if I focus it that way than just like trying to check off a bunch of things or respond to a bunch of emails, because you're just constantly drowning. You're never successful with that. You just create more work for yourself.
And then
I went a little bit over, sorry.
No, you're fine. Like your to-do list just keeps on growing, and and I like the idea of like setting 3 things that must be done that day.
Yeah. And it's not always 3, but like I try to keep it at 3 or less, because if it's more than that, it's just not realistic, unless they're like fast 5-minute things or something like that. But typically that's not the case for the work we do. So
like a special education, like especially at the end of the day, it could depend on the day, and then I get slammed at the end of the day. I didn't plan this in my to-do list, but I have like 3 or 4 incident reports I had to write, and they take 20 minutes each. That's like 60 minutes of my day gone because I had to write those.
Yeah.
And that I didn't set aside time, but at the same time, it's like, it's so frustrating at times.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, I think this is another one we already had down sort of on our list, but clearly we both have more to say. So we'll definitely do a podcast episode on this in the future too.
Yeah. And if you have anything to add to this or things that you want to discuss about, just hashtag We'll Decide Wednesdays and let us know in the Do Better movement. And let us hear your thoughts.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye.